We started off with the 4 bans. We had Ophelia and Parasite being banned by D-Dog, so they are really making a point of it to keep his Lapt out of his own game. And then Insania banning the Fade and the Tremble, so they're really respecting those 2 heroes from D-Dog. Fade, of course, bringing so much map control to the table. And then let's go to the picks. We have Warbeast into Moira, into Dr. Repulsor, into Silhouette, into Midas, and then Prisoner. So Prisoner right here, I would like to mention, is a really strong pick versus both the Midas and the Dr. Repulsor, as well as the Warbeast. Being able to lock down the Warbeast, Doctor, and Midas is going to be key in this game. And Silhouette, being played by Flensmeister, is going to be ridiculous. We know how well he plays that hero. We're going to see some backdooring, and yeah, it's going to be a good game for sure.
And a Mickey Prisoner, certainly nothing to scoff at, but we'll see how he actually handles himself right there. Insania going ahead and once again banning out a lot of those defensive supports. The Andromeda and the Source bans were ones that we already saw, and those are, of course, key Bad Bats and Hyena heroes. So making sure to remove those once more. Quincy reminding us that Doc's undefeated against Think. He's a troll. 2-0. What a stat.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps on going. He never ends. It's Quincy. God damn it, man. But anyways, so next ban is going to be the Swiftblade from the side of Legion. Like, they really researched into Keizu and how he really brought that hero into the scene as a suicide. So, Canon Pang making sure to do their research, man.
They are a smart group of guys, and of course we had interviews with these guys not only here at the event, but even prior. Fantasy going ahead and putting up an interview with, I believe, Hyena of D-Dog over on HonTour.com, where they talked a lot about their preparation up to this event, their mental state, how they felt after the World Finals and their expectations. And they said that they were focusing quite a bit on teams like Sync, BMG in their preparations and making sure that they knew exactly what they would want and make sure that they didn't get it.
Yeah, I mean, this game is going to decide it. I think Sync might not be able to come back after this, just being so devastated after losing that momentum.
If they get 0-2'd, I mean, I wouldn't know what to say at that point. The World Finals, there was the cries of, oh, it's best of one, it's best of one. It'll never happen in a series. Once again, one game is gone. It's now time for Sync to prove, are they the best team in the world?
Yeah.
Or are they going to be giving it up to a tie team?
You can't just keep saying it's one game, it's one game, it's one game, because
Add
those
up.
are going to stack up, man. So Pebbles is going to be the pick here for the Legion side, a very strong mid hero initiator, but that does mean that this Warbeast is looking to go Woods. And if Sync is able to pick up on that, they're going to be able to shut him down. So interesting that they would pick Pebbles now instead of the support hero, because a support would give way less away, and
unless they're running some sneaky stuff.
Unless they're running some sneaky stuff.
Yeah.
That is very true.
They've either given it all away or they've given none of it away. Those are the two options. But on the other side, Pyromancer going to be coming on out for Sync. Another very strong support hero. So
if it's being run as a support.
If it's being run as a support, that's
which I
very
assume
true.
so.
I mean, you would certainly think so. Prisoner, Pyro, I mean, that goes back.
Yeah. Of course, they could choose to still tri-lane now, having Silhouette solo and Prisoner solo mid. So we'll have to wait and see. Magmus is still up on the board, and we know Keizu has a history with that hero.
He's got a little bit of one. That's absolutely true. But 10 seconds here for D-Dog. Will they pull out some shenanigans?
Oh, my God.
Shenanigans!
Shenanigans. Yeah, man. Like, Thunderbringer is not one that I would have expected. And really, like, oh, man.
How are they going to run this lineup? I have no clue what they're going to be doing here.
This is such a greedy lineup. Like, are they getting too overconfident, Beef?
Or they've just got some crazy shenanigans. I think it's going to be the support Thunderbringer. Right now, Lord Mikhail is on the Dr. Repulsor. Do you think it's actually even possible they could run the Jungle Doctor? This is something Bad Bats is known for.
Oh, no. If that's going to happen, man, this is just insane. Like, we've never seen a lineup like this
Here's the way
before.
that I see this. As far as signature heroes go, you've got Bad Bats that could be on the Repulsor. You've got the off-lane Warbeast. You've got Lord Mikhail, who's a signature Pebbles. I think that they might be swinging this one around. On the other side, though, they do last pick Pharaoh. So Keizu not going to be going on something like the Swiftblade where he'd be building up that farm. Instead, going to be a primary initiator, somebody that's able to create a ton of space for Silhouette to eat up all of it.
Mm-hmm. And it does look like Bad Bats is actually going to be playing the Midas. So a semi-support Midas. So it very well will be a Warbeast Suicide eventually. Which makes a lot more sense because Midas does take a lot of farm if he's put in a core role. And Bad Bats, oh, look at them all just buying boots, making sure to place those wards quickly.
Love it.
Yeah.
There is not a single thing that actually escapes these guys as far as making sure that they do, in fact, utilize every single bit. Because if you're trying to get those wards off, everybody should be buying boots. It's something that actually gets ignored quite a bit in the NAU scene these days. So I like seeing the Ties making sure that they are getting every little gold piece out of those boots before they do have to sell them once again. Sync once more going to be running very defensively as 5, whereas the guys from Thailand, they're going to be able to get off not 1, but potentially even 2 wards, and they spread out a lot further over their jungle, not feeling nearly as pressured.
Yeah, I mean, the Hellborn side can only actually kill someone with a hook, and the way they're playing defensively, the Legion side can just be confident that they're not going to be caught. Even the dog scouting it out right now on the Silhouette. So, and this is going to be interesting. I am curious whether it will be a Warbeast Suicide or a Warbeast Woods. Because you see Midas's items.
The Pates is normally going to be their off
It's a jungle doctor.
Yeah.
It's a jungle doctor.
What?
Look at Midas's items. How is Doctor going to lane bottom?
Okay. And it's a mid lane Pebbles. So, all right, it's a Pebbles Thunderbringer mid lane.
And Dr. Woods.
And Dr. Woods called it.
You did call it, dude.
Wrong player, but I did call this.
Yeah, I really am curious to see how this is going to work out. I mean, we know that Solaire Club sometimes ran this, but it's not nearly the same level as Solaire Club, I'd say.
You think it is? I don't know that it is.
What do you mean?
I mean, he's hanging out here. Maybe he goes to the jungle very early. They're actually trying to zone out Keizu quite a bit. Keizu is going to be able to just walk on out of there.
So Midas buying pretty greedy for his semi-support.
Didn't call it.
Didn't call it. I was wrong.
You got me really excited about that. But I've got to watch this middle lane. This is my one to watch right here. With Pebbles Thunderbringer, I've never seen this before.
This just looks like such a silly lane. And it's good of Thunderbringer to go and stack the woods right now, but like... What are they doing with that lane? Like one hook on the Thunderbringer and he's dead. He has no escape.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. And
oh, the hook and Moira Illusion.
Pebbles is in a lot of trouble. The stun going to be going out onto the Moira Illusion.
Big blocks coming out there.
Body blocks are unreal, though.
Well
Pyromancer needs another one, and they will get the kill.
That is huge.
Lord Mikhail falls, and the guys from Sync, as well as the crowd, going a little bit wild right there. A huge start
for the guys on Sync. That all started because Lapt managed to hit that stun on him. And then Prisoner into the hook. Pebbles at level 2, man. Not doing a lot.
No, and you talk about what this Thunderbringer is actually able to contribute into this middle lane. It's damage. That's all he is damage, and it's not even a lot for the first few levels.
Dude, he's got the movement speed buff on Blasted Lightning, man.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, so great. It's gonna do a lot. No, it really doesn't make any sense to be running this Thunderbringer here.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward one right now, and last time we said that Sync seemed maybe a little bit off their game, not in terms of play necessarily, but more so in draft, maybe even a little bit of strategy. This time, we're going to have to see what Dog is actually thinking about when going into a lineup with this and how they plan to execute it. Because right now, this Thunderbringer's in trouble, but Pebbles is actually the one that's in trouble as Shards of Harkon are going to go out. There's the stun onto Pebbles. Another stun coming in from Pyro. And a dead Pebbles. Zlapped and Prisoner showing they've got what it takes. And Lord Mikhail, I mean, this is a snowball hero on a snowballing player.
Yeah, but
he's going to have a rough time.
He's going to have such a rough time. I mean, you even see the Moira being so active early on with that Ephemeral Forge. Insania is just... He's playing this hero so incredibly well. This is ridiculous. He's also getting the pull off now, and Flensmeister as well. He's doing He's doing decent versus the Warbies. He has missed a couple of last hits, it looks like. But, I mean, that's what's going to happen when he pulls this often.
I'm just listening to the guys from BMG and Reason over there, man. They are going absolutely insane. Going to be very excited to hear the results of that match, and of course, maybe even hop into that one a little bit later on if this one doesn't end up going to a Game 3. Although, Sync determined to make sure that they are able to bring it to Game 3 and ideally walk away with that victory. So far, off to a pretty good start about that, but this Dr. Repulsor is once more going to be the X factor.
Man, I can just hear Make screaming in the background. This is absolutely amazing. It does look right now like BMG is a little bit behind, but this game has been really even so far, so we'll just have to wait and see how it ends. Pharaoh is having a very tough time at the bottom lane, though.
Yeah, they've been doing an excellent job of zoning him out. Keizu, already out of tangos, is going to be having to be a little bit more careful with that HP.
And, I mean, they've also already got the triple stacked Ancients. So last game we were saying that D-Dog was really on top of stacking those Ancients. Not this game. This game, Sync is on top of it with that Pharaoh, of course. Thunderbringer level 2 is going to be running away from a Pyromancer and a Pharaoh, but ultimately no results. And Silhouette just continuing doing the farming thing. 330 GPM now, so she is getting up there. I guess she was just delayed because of the War Beast pulling. Like, oh my god, he just never stops.
Yeah, he's been doing quite a bit of pulling, and she even herself was having to run creeps around, as you see 8 creeps in the creep wave she's working on currently. But going to be able to clean up every single one of those last hits with relative ease.
But in the meantime, though, looking at Dr. Repulsor, I don't think he really has missed any creep kills so far. He has 380 gold per minute, and this happened the same. This was the same thing last game, only then he was middle.
They might try to go for a kill down here. Oh, I don't think they're actually going to, though.
No.
The one thing that's going Lord Mikhail's way is that there was a lot of early stacking coming out from Thunderbringer being played by Hyena. They've cleaned up 2 of those stacks so far, so Pebble's able to get up to level 4, able to get a little bit of gold in the pocketbook, and Thunderbringer up to level 3. Bottom lane, though, Dr. Repulsor, not quite level 6, could be in some trouble. They turn it around, get 1 kill, but it's not going to be enough. Mickey's there with the hook, and will swing that big ball and chain to get the kills. Serial killing streak coming out for Mickey as Sync is having a much better start.
You could just hear them shouting in the background as well, and then I look at Flensmeister, and he's just sitting there with a straight face. This is absolutely amazing.
Flynn's not always the one to get animated.
Bastards. Yeah. He is 390 gold per minute now, and Mickey, man, 500 GPM by 6 minutes. Do we see this very often?
I do not think so. This is a question for Quincy.
This is a question for Quincy.
But we'll see if he's got that stat. It's really going to come down to Dr. Repulsor with that newfound level 6, maybe finding a little
Moira
bit of
finding
action.
Pebbles?
Are they going to be able to get a kill with this? They're going to
the
need a
dodge?
big hook from downtown. Prisoner going to be able to try to get this kill, but Midas is there with the stun. Pebbles is going to fall. The 3rd death right there.
Dr. Repulsor is here, though. Is he going to jump?
No.
There
Oh
comes the
my
hook,
god,
though.
they get a hook on Hyena.
Oh my god. Sync is going out of control in
A
this game.
double tap right there for Mickey. Already up at 540 gold per minute, so.
I mean, we were saying that they were coming back to their comfort heroes, right?
These are indeed their comfort heroes. The impressive records, I believe 14-1 there for Insania's Moira. And of course, the very strong Silhouette play as well. They are going to be able to bring down Mickey, maybe? Yes, they are going to take him down. Dr. Repulsor in some trouble, does not have enough mana, and a big ultimate going to be coming out of Pyro. Now, how are they going to continue this? Lord Mikhail in a little bit of trouble. He is able to get away, and Sync says, okay, we can't overextend. Flensmeister was there.
That's it for now, pretty much. And Pharaoh doing a great job roaming because he did get very little in the bottom lane. I would like to see him recover a bit, though. Maybe taking out those triple stack Ancients with the Moira Pyro, because they are very capable of taking those creeps with the amount of nuke damage that they do right now. And even with that death, Mickey is still at 500 GPM.
And oh, very close to that hook right there.
Hyena is doing a good job of countering this ward now, though, from Insania. Or No, here comes the
Are
stun.
they going to get this same kill again?
It looks like it.
And there's the hook.
It just looks
Into
so
the death.
easy.
Slapped
B.
with the KS. He's like, kill secured, boys.
Yeah, kill secured, but
I need that level 7.
my God, like they're just looking for pickoffs everywhere. Just Mickey with the hook. It looks too easy, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks much more refined than their strategy last game.
Yep. And with Doctor trying to be active early on and ultimately paying for it with his life, he's now down to 260 GPM. That is really unfortunate for the guys on D-Dog right now. This game is just spiraling out of control. Similar to what the previous game was, but then in D-Dog's favor.
Yeah, definitely not a whole lot of things going the way of Thailand right now. You, of course, got Hyena that he'll put out some damage later, but level 4, no boots on him right now. Lord Mikhail not really close to even steam boots, let alone a portal key with his, 4 deaths
Oh my
now.
God. Like Insania.
And they're going to find
And the kill
another
secure. Oh,
hook.
almost the kill secured coming out from the Pyromancer.
He tried. But Insania, I mean, so far he's been putting in all the work on this team. Mickey, he's had a couple nice blind hooks, zapped with a nice stun, but it's been Insania using that ephemeral forge with the shards of Harkin and being able to get those massive stuns straight into the hooks.
Well, you can clearly see that by the fact that he's been in every single kill this game. He has 1 kill and 8 assists. This is absolutely insane.
A decent play.
Decent play, yeah. Oh, but top lane, Silhouette might be in some trouble. I wonder if he's going to be able to pick up on the fact that Midas is missing.
Midas is invis. The Veiled Rot is going to break. Kind of blows his combo a little bit early, though, there. And he's just going to go ahead and walk on around and back on out of there. I really wasn't a fan of that play from Bad Bats. He just tried to go way too early rather than waiting for the proper time.
Yeah, but at the same time, the Warbeast was trying to harass a bit too much with the Wolves. So it was kind of obvious that something was going to happen, but I think they needed the damage. So ultimately, it was the right decision. Mid lane, though, hook coming in from the prisoner.
Hook.
Oh,
Lord Mikhail
wow.
trying to get on out of there. Going to go for the TP, and he will get out. So really heads-up play right there by Lord Mikhail. Was not looking for his 4th death.
Yeah, for sure. And now is Midas going to be able to steal this illusion rune? He is. I think he's in trouble, though. Never mind.
Turns it around a little bit there, and Warbeast is here with the body blocks. Not enough.
PK, there we go.
Yeah, PK's on out of there, and see you later.
This is sync. This is just all sync right now.
Vintage sync, absolutely. 96.1% gold efficiency. That means they're rich in layman's terms.
Oh, right, yeah. I mean, there's been games where you can get over 100% gold efficiency, but Quincy still won't tell us what it all means. So,
He's a mystery stats man.
Mystery stats man, indeed.
He tells no secrets.
He doesn't reveal his tricks. But man, Insania is going to be looking to get a portal key this game, I assume, and so is Left. So once we see those, I'm sure that there's going to be even more pickoffs, more AoE, more things going down, and mid tower already going down for the side of Sync right now. Prisoner doing a great job.
Slapped able to pick up that kill.
Yeah, kill secured, man. Every time.
236 gold per minute, 2-0-6 for himself as well. He's got to have an item coming out on the courier, right?
He's Steam Boots.
That's just the steam boots,
Yeah.
okay.
It's not much more than that, but I think he helped out with warding as well, because you can see the rev wards coming out from the side of Sync.
Yeah,
Quite a
there's
couple
quite
of them
few
are from Zlapt as well.
Yeah, and they just barely missed this one ward right here. That's unfortunate.
And are they finally going to take out the triple stack now?
12 minutes for the first triple stack. Maybe a little bit later than you might have expected with the Pyromancer and the Moira.
But I guess they just haven't really had the opportunity with the amount of action going on in this game.
Nah, seems about right. 5-man coming out here from the Thai team. Just making their way over toward the Ancients. I mean, they're going to try to take those out. Not really able to do a whole lot with them. Doctor or Pulsar being their main source of damage, although Warbeast he's around. He's just not wanting to commit.
But do you see how this gold lead has increased from 5k now to 7k with just that mid tower? Map control is just all for Sync right now, and they've made a good they've done a good job of stacking as well as ganking, as well as just in general taking an objective. Whereas the guys on D-Dog right now, they're confused. They're stacking up together. They're not really splitting up the farm on the map or anything. Like Thunderbringer is level 4, so any use of him is just, I think we can completely ignore it until he gets levels, which he isn't really going to get this way. And I mean, Warbeast, you can say he has decent late game potential, but truly Silhouette just does so much damage in such a short time, so I'm not even sure if Warbeast will be able to match up to that.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be difficult, especially with things like the Pharaoh and even Mikke's Prisoner, meaning that there's a lot of stuns, a lot of slows, and just a lot of chaos that's going to be going on for the Warbeast. So not really going to be having the potential that we normally like to think about with that late game. I would agree with you on that one, but for us to even consider that really means that we need to get into that late game, which I'm not sure is going to be happening, at least at this point. The guys from Sync, with that advantage, they're not looking to lose it.
That does very much seem to be the case. I mean, oh man, I don't know what to say. Like, they've taken complete control of this Legion Woods, and Lens really heads up play coming out from him, making sure to have an illusion up, sensing the gank coming from that Pebbles. So he's just securing his own farm, really.
It's an important one for sure. Make sure that you do not get ganked, and he does finish off the Nullstone. So it's going to get a lot harder to gank him from here on out.
Yeah, definitely. And I would assume that he's going something like a PK next, so that he's able to be part of team fights right now, because he's 0-0-0. He's showing us that he can definitely farm 500 GPM without any kills. But more than that, I would like to start seeing him get active, because he's got so many levels over over the opposing team.
3 levels over everybody, even up to 7 levels over Hyena, over twice the level, nearly 3 times the level of Hyena at this point. Flensmeister is able to bring down that top tower. A double damage Mikke joining in on that kill.
Jumping at bottom lane,
and
though.
yeah, they're going to go on bottom lane. The Arcane Vortex is there. Going to try to push back. Dr. Repulsor does get the mana drain. Not able to get the stun. Dr. Repulsor is out of there for now. I don't think they actually have the chase here.
Yeah, they don't really have the catch right now. I mean, Moira might be able to catch them. Oh, Pebbles. Nice sidestep coming out.
And Pyromancer is able to get the stun into the hook. And down he goes. So that one little turnaround to get that stun off ends up costing Lord Mikhail his life. He's now 0-4-0 and 180 GPM. Really rough start right now for the legendary Ty Pebbles player.
Yep. Wasn't it more MRR, though, that played the Pebbles?
They both do. I mean, Lord Mikhail's definitely had some very strong games on that hero.
For sure. And it's just coming together for Sync right now. I don't want to say they're in sync, because that would just be a bad pun.
We're casters. We're masters of the bad puns. There's the portal key coming out for Silhouette, so she is going to be able to get, as you said, a little bit more active in that regard.
And I think they might have screwed up a bit there. They wanted to port up to the top tower, but it ended up falling a bit too fast. So at least Warbeast focusing on the objectives, making sure that he does get that tower kill. Very important for them right now, and he's actually the top farmer on his team.
Now it looks like Moira, you'd sense she was saving up for that portal key. Still quite a ways off. Zlap not really going to be getting there either, even though they've been quite involved. Not able to get any crazy kind of early blink. But on the other side, they've still got a hell of a lot more than this Thunderbringer, who's still looking for level 6.
Yeah.
I mean, this has been kind of an odd one. We weren't sure if this one was going to work out as a pick, and so far it certainly has not. Mikke almost with that hook, but tiny sidestep coming in right there from Midas.
And now it's the Thai teams that are afraid. They're so cautious. I mean, I was mentioning earlier how they were walking together. You can see them on the map. They're just really close to each other. Thunderbringer finally reaching level 6 now.
Yay.
Whoa. But with that level 1 lightning rod, I'm not sure how much it's going to do.
Oh, they're going to get Pebbles.
That was fast.
Easy kill. Once again, Insania setting that one up. The Helmborner owning Mikke with the Nemesis streak right there as well. And it looks like, oh, I just saw a Pharaoh ultimate go off. Where the heck did that go?
Yeah, that's the Thunderbringer.
Oh, there it is. He like flew off my screen as I was moving. I'm like, where the heck did he go? But they do pick off the Thunderbringer. 12K gold lead coming up here for Sync, just 18 minutes into this game. And as you had said earlier, this is a complete reversal on what we had seen in the previous game.
Look at Slap, though. Oh, the hook.
Oh, my God.
What a hook.
Mickey's
coming
insane.
Out from Mickey. Like, man, it was one or the other. Get stunned by Pyromancer or get hooked, and both things would end up in his death.
Silhouette's trying to chase for the Dr. Repulsor kill. I don't think it's going to happen.
No, definitely not. But
Not
he is
quite.
doing a good job at trying to be active. He does have his first assist of the game.
Yay.
Woo.
Nice job.
And then, you know, you have Insania, who's been in 10 of the 13 kills, and Mickey, 12 out of 13 kills. He's been there.
Pretty good, but I mean, Flens, even though he's not been involved in the kills, he's been doing his job. He's been not only farming extremely well, putting pressure on the lanes by just being there with that portal key, and then, of course, making sure to apply tower pressure. He's sitting at over 550 gold per minute now, while forcing heroes out of that lane because they're just so scared of dealing with him.
Yeah, I mean, Flens is really doing a great job. He also just did the trick where he makes an illusion, ports home, and is able to port right back. So, you know, strength of Silhouette coming in, the never-ending push.
Going for the cycle, no problem.
The never-ending backdoor.
Now she is putting pressure on this bottom tower, even maybe trying to kill Midas. Nope, Midas just gonna go ahead and go for the farm a little bit right there. And Silhouette will pop on out of there.
I'm sure he's going to go right back to the lane now, though. His illusion is going to be up in 42 seconds, so in that regard, Silhouette's a very strong hero, and on the Legion side, I don't think that they have anything to really answer that right now. Without the PK on the Pebbles, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to lock down Silhouette long enough so that she can't swap out anymore.
Yeah, it's just going to be crazy difficult. She's now almost level 16, and that's when she gets very dangerous and annoying with those split pushing capabilities. Dr. Repulsor, I mean, once again, going for the Grimoire of Power, though. Not going to be able to get any kind of CC, nor a ton of sustain. Just going for the raw damage. And without snowballing this game, I find that a little bit questionable.
I mean, Grimoire is ultimately a farming item, and if he uses it to recover in farm, I understand it. And to be fair, it's not the worst when defending the base to just have that huge amount of burst. So I think it is better than Icon because they're not getting a lot of kills.
Yeah, not really looking for those fights. I can actually agree with that then.
Yeah.
Way to correct my opinion.
But
that's what you're here for, man.
Yeah. I mean, he could have gone for something as drastic as maybe even a Hellflower to be able to lock down that Silhouette, but then he himself would be really squishy, and against a Prisoner, he just doesn't want that to happen. Because I know that Prisoner is going to jump the Doctor every single time. Top lane, though, it does look like Midas and Doctor are trying to do that combo again, and this time on Keizu, who did just pop his puzzle box.
There's the Thunderbringer ultimate, and it looks like they will get the strong stun combo. And down goes Pharaoh. So that was a pretty decent kill.
But in the meantime, though, Sync is just like, okay, so you're going to use all your resources to pick off one of our heroes. We're going to make sure to get more map control, push out towers, you know, just get more ahead in this game.
When you're ahead, you get more ahead, and that's what they're doing pretty effectively right now. Able to bring down that tower immediately into the enemy jungle, start taking over that jungle, and of course controlling more resources than your opponents. It's textbook. How to maintain your lead, increase it without taking too many risks.
They're just running it by the book. They're not taking too many risks. I mean, Pharaoh it could be argued that he's farming in kind of a insecure location because they only have that one ward up there by Insania, but ultimately it allowed them to get that mid tower without getting harassed. So it wasn't even the worst play.
He's creating space, man.
Yep.
That is his job, and looks like Mickey with the Invis rune going to be creating kills. Should be able to get a really easy kill with this Invis rune.
Yeah, this should be... Oh my god!
Oh, going deep once more. Here comes Moira. Shards of Harkin. Kill on Dr. Repulsor.
Mickey
16K.
Work, man.
Jeez.
Holy crap, that hook was just insane. The fact that he was able to hit that, I don't know.
The levels of mental fortitude that are coming out right now from the guys of Sync, very impressive. To be able to lose a game in the fashion that they just lost that game, come back and deliver a performance of this caliber, impressive indeed. And Silhouette just going to go ahead and try to sky dance on out of there. Looks like she is just fine. She, of course, did just finish up the Geometer's Bane, so gets not only a little bit more tanky, but able to clear some of those debuffs.
I think, I really wanted to think that Flens wanted to jump there, but he's going in for the Kongor kill secured, of course. Very important. It is Meke who ends up getting it, but token on Silhouette, of course, and Sync is just trying to prepare themselves for the push. That's ultimately going to win them the game.
They'll, of course, hit that timing with some new items. 3,200 gold on your prisoner, so he's going to be going for the Shrunken Head.
Nothing can stop him now. Nothing can stop him now. If he focuses down the Doctor Repulsor, he's going to die. There's nothing that the Legion team can do to save the Doctor Repulsor in that regard.
Certainly does not seem that way. Silhouette continuing to farm up herself. She's got another 1,800 gold in the bank.
This would be one of those games where I think that Silhouette could even go for a shield breaker. Just make sure to really pump out that damage, maybe even 2-3 shot the Hyena. And Meke going in for the kill on Doctor. They have vision of the Ancients.
They've given up so many kills in that area, from the Moira to prisoner combinations earlier on in the game, and then later on, just getting the Pharaoh hooks up on that area. It's so dangerous right now if you're a dog player to be anywhere past your tier 2 towers.
And I just love it how Insania, I mean not Insania, Keizu also went for the puzzle box. That's just such a nice
wow. Interrupted TP there, the grab Midas as well.
And here is Thunderbringer.
No, they can't grab Thunderbringer. And wow, this is going on. Mr. Flensmeister with the backdoor.
Not really backdoor.
Not really backdoor. Okay, the pressure.
And
they go ahead and pop the Nullstone right there.
It's been 25 minutes and Pebbles still does not have his PK. He is just suffering so much this game. That's an invitation for Silhouette to jump, by the way.
Yeah.
When he uses that defensive stalagmites.
But she's not wanting to get too crazy, even baiting the cancel on the TP. She's like, please, cancel my TP.
Please,
I will
just
kill
go ahead
you.
and try. Oh, they're going to find out that the Warbeast is there. Oh, no, wow.
Oh, wow, the immediate Arcane Vortex coming on in. Silhouette with potentially a Skydance here. Up, and he says, you thought you were going somewhere?
He says, kill secured, beef. And there
One more time.
So they're just all over the map. There's nowhere that the Legion can go without Pharaoh or Moira just being there to stop them. Or Meke for that reason, because Meke has been everywhere this game.
Yeah, and it comes down to Sync controlling the map just better than most teams do in this position.
Okay, now he's backdooring.
Thanks. There you
now
go, pointing out the backdoor.
Yeah, I mean, that tower was full HP.
Yeah, it's just dead now. Just completely gone. Speaking of dead, that's Lord Mikhail as well in the bottom lane as Prisoner is able to take him down. 2 kills, 2 towers, and right back into the middle lane. Going to go ahead and leave the illusion there. Maybe cycle back into that one in just one moment. But as I was saying, with the map control, getting the early bound die has just been so crucial to the success of Sync being able to counter all the enemy wards. And they're just playing in the dark right now.
Like, there have been a few good words from Hyena as well that aren't in the most common spots, but oh, top lane.
They're going in for the Skydance, the double stun. Looks like Midas could be the first one to fall right here. Dr. Repulsor should get away. Midas, never lucky.
That was a pretty lucky stun. I mean, he started the Skydance before knowing that the Midas was even there.
And another grab on Hyena. Bad times. 0-5 and 0 for the new support player.
Yeah, he's been in 0 kills, and it's not often that you see that. But same thing goes for Lord Mikhail. Their mid lane has not really been working out. Thunderbringer Pebbles. I didn't expect it to, and I mean, Sync just showed them why.
They grabbed those couple of kills, and that's going to do it. GG, well played. 3-20, your hero kill score as Sync Esports is able to rally back after a pretty damn bad game one. But they are very excited. Aiden walking away right there with his signature red scarf. Very happy. They look absolutely thrilled to be able to come back with that game and force